Good afternoon. How you doing, everybody? It's Zachary here from Zachary Sweeps. I'm just about to do this Aarrow wood burning stove. I really like these stoves, but as you can tell, I love my job, so I like all the open fires, all the wood burners, and it's just brilliant. And I think like it is probably the most important thing about life is enjoying your job. If you don't enjoy your job, then remember you're only here once. And as I say, I've been doing this 24 years now, and every now and then I'll do a new stove that I haven't done before. But obviously, Arrows are a very popular make, and they're popular for a reason. So it has got an inspection hatch. I will go through the whole appliance like I normally do at the end. The customer's been very kind and lovely, and they've made me a nice cup of tea. So I love spreadsheets, so I think that's a bit. You can tell they work from home, so you can. I think they've been a bit sarcastic on that one. So which humour. There's nothing wrong with humour. Before I start this one, I just want to put. In fact, no, I'll do it at the end. Actually, when I'm going. In fact, no, I'm going to do it now. Well, this one is crooked. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see. This appliance is crooked, and what's happened? And let's go back up here. It's a bit difficult to show you from where I am. Let's get that on the right level again. So problem when you got them at the side, it's hard to get that angle. See, I had it spot on just a minute ago, and now I've lost you. Absolutely. And just put that bit down there like that. And I could have a tripod behind me, but then all you're going to see is the back of my head, and I can't have it in front of me. I have seen other people that they have it in front, but then once they start working, you can't see what they're doing. So, I think that's much better. Basically, this one's just a bit slightly ski whiff is probably the word to use, and the reason being is these doors, they're really heavy when you open them and close them, and sometimes some people let them swing open out, and then it can move them, and it's really simple to move them back into position, and it won't damage anything. What you do is just do that. That's it. Simple as that. And now it's straight. So you just literally, I will show you at the end, but you just hold the bottom of the legs. I mean, this is quite lucky because it's on not a slated half, but even if it was on a slated half, it would have been scratched at the back where it had moved. But when you put it back into position, you wouldn't have seen any marks on it. And don't forget, you can then use any oil-based substance to get rid of all the oil marks on it. As I said, it's got an inspection hatch on it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a quick clear out. The customers told me they haven't used it much. You know what I'm like, I always don't hoover the gasket out. I know I repeat myself a bit, but it's really important that we don't. And then what we're going to do is because I want to do it from the top of the grate. I don't want to actually do it from the. I'm going to hoover this stuff out. Believe it or not, it looks like just a wood burner, but it isn't. It is a multi-fuel Aarrow wood burning stove. And this, you just lift off like this. As I said, I do so many of them, and it probably tells because, as you can notice, I pretty much know how everything all comes out. It really does help. As I said, I was heat test or HETES. I always get, I don't get mother filled up, just think it's a better name, HETES. But HETES, registered fitter for 15 years. As a member of the National Association of Chimney Sweeps as well. In fact, that's where I got all my training from. Great association. Really, really cool. I would say they're the best in the country. When it comes to chimney sweeping, I'd say head tests are the best for stove installations. But remember what I was saying before, if you haven't got the money to get them done, because they can be very expensive. We've got a bit of wood here, we're just going to hold that into position so we don't want it sucking the sheet. And what we're going to do is that now I've got access straight into the pipe, which is great. I'm going to show you this once I've done it. I'm going to do it this time round because getting you back into position, because I'm not going to show you the room, but they're having it decorated at the moment. So what we do is we'll stick that straight up there like that. And then what we'll do is I'll just put my t-shirt over my face because obviously I don't want to be sucking in all the dust. So we get the old faithful. Stick it on there like that. A bit different to the one that we did earlier. But as I said, it just makes, like, as I said, being a fitter for so long. I remember when they didn't even have an office. They used to rent a bills. Oh, if I come to rent a room in an industrial estate, and then they come and train us there. But they've come a long way since then, Dave. I'm showing my age now. But I trained a few of the guys over the years. But it's kind of like a not hetas, sorry, like a chimney sweeping. But I did. So where I'm going with that waffle is that it really helps when it comes to sweeping chimneys, because I don't fit them now. You know, I might do it occasionally because if you watch one of my videos. Some great tips about stove installations. I can do them that way around now, which is the way around that I do them. But you know, like I would never interfere in any way of anybody with their work, and I never say anything negative about other people or associations or anything like that. I just think my only thing I will have a gripe about is the price of things. They cost so much, and it's ridiculous, and it's so unnecessary. We're basically going up now with the red one, so see, when I'm talking you can see if you can just forget where you are just by nattering away, bonk, and I'm at the top. And if I'd have had all the same colour, I would have had to count my rods, remember, you know, and which has been a pain in the butt, whereas I can just go, when I get to the red ones I know that I'm nearly at the top, which I'm at the top now. I know I've been saying a lot recently that they're being very clean, but I've shown you some of the videos with the actual flue pipe itself, how clean they are. The customer hasn't used it much. This room's been out of action, I think, just after Christmas, so they've only used it for a few months. So you know, like it's great for me because it's literally my last job of the day on a Friday, which to be fair, I'm not complaining. I'm absolutely so hot, it is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's so muggy in Sussex at the moment. I've got such a busy week next week. Not that I'm complaining. I don't care, I can always have a shower when I go home. I don't care at the end of the day. What we'll do is we'll just come down. As I said, like, if I don't need to use the inspection action, I'm not going to. If I do need to use it on certain appliances, then I will do. But it's always better to do it from underneath the pipe. And that way you can make sure you get everything out. So you can feel how tight that is, can't you? So you know that's the right size brush. Pop that out like that. Turn that around like that. I mean, like, I'm thinking about buying a couple of these, to be fair. I mean, I think these are awesome. I've got friends that I know that have been running this antique shop in Burgess Hill, and they started off in Ardingly. They're all been all over the place. Ardingly, Hurst, Pierpoint, no, Hassocks, sorry. And now they're in Burgess Hill. And they're a fantastic shop. They're called the Rocking Horse, but obviously it would mean nothing to most of you out there anyway. But I might buy a couple of them for work, because I think they'd be really cool. So like, I'm just going to put my t-shirt over my face. I did it yesterday, and then looked in the mirror later on and didn't realise I'd wiped all soot all down the side of my face. Because people are too polite, aren't they? They don't tell you. It makes me laugh. Like you have a hair hanging out of your nose and no one ever tells you. I'm only saying that because I remember a story of my youngest, he helps me with a lot of my work now. Because eventually he's going to take over the business. He does M&A. You wouldn't want to cross him. You'd want to cross him if you're in distress. If you're a lady in a dark night, put it that way, he'd certainly look out for you. But you wouldn't want to upset him. But he's kind of like he does a lot of help. So like, you know, these videos as well are very useful for him to see and everything. So he can like see the best ways of doing stuff. But I completely forgot where I was going with that. I watched this video back later and then I remember where I was going with that, why I got my son up. But he's great. I mean, he's literally been working with me. I mean, as I said, because he's 27 and I've been a sweet 24 years. And like, obviously, he come out with me when he was a baby, but it was easy in the holidays for him. That's the problem about England. They don't encourage like they're not a family orientated country anymore. They used to be. They still have they still live in this fantasy land about their parents can still have the same amount of time as teachers have off, which is, I think, is crazy, bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Don't know, they sort of like, they think you can have 12 to 13 weeks off a year, which is impossible. Just because, as you see that little gap there, I don't know if you can see that. I'm not holding the baffle plate in place, and you can move that along a bit. So there you go, it covers it up. Really simple. And then we can put this back into position. Once we've got one in, we can like get that in there like that. Put that up there like that. Make sure it's in the right position, and then we can get this one in. Yeah, so my son is very knowledgeable when it comes to wood burners and stuff like that as well, which is great. Great for me. To be fair, I wouldn't really want to work with anybody else. It's going on there a bit stuck on something, I don't know why. It's not going in. That's it. There you go. See that's all done. And as I said, this is a multi-fuel Aarrow wood burning stove. Just give that a bit of a brush in there, brush at the top. So yeah, being a fitter has really helped me with the knowledge on wood burners, because when I first started, wood burners weren't as popular as they are now. They're extremely popular now, but and the reason why I'm doing all these videos is just for you lot as well at the end of the day. So like, if you ever have a bird coming down or you need to replace your bricks, you can go on my playlist and you can go down, scroll down to where your wood burner is. So if you just like watching me work, you can just watch the videos. There's lots of great tips out on there. But it's like literally you go down on the playlist, you go, oh, that's my stove. And you go on there, check it out, and then that's it. So yeah, that is one Aarrow wood burning stove, all swept. Have a look at that. On the outside, I think it is actually. It's a bit dusty in here, but that's alright. To be fair, I'd sooner it be dusty than spotless. It's nothing worse going into people's houses and it's all white cream carpets. All you white cream carpet people out there that have that own coal, it's do scare us. Absolutely scare us. Brush the top up. I'll make that a bit tidier. I know it's going to get dusty again, but that's it. Just make sure it's all off me. Nice easy one to finish the day on, which is great. But when I remember that story about my son, oh yeah, that was it. That was what I was going to say. Yeah, about the hair hanging out of the nose, where customers don't say anything. I remember when he was about 5 years old, he was out with me on a job, and kids, they just speak their mind, they say how it is. And I had all sorts, I could tell you loads, sorry, but he actually said to a customer, he goes, excuse me, he said, there's a hair hanging out of your nose. And she said, I beg your pardon? And he goes, there's a hair hanging out of your nose. And she's horrified. But when she turned around and said, I beg your pardon, I thought, oh, no, please don't say that, because he's going to just say it again. So she just like looks at me and I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. So needless to say, she disappeared pretty sharpish, and the hair was gone when she came back in. So she probably was thinking what I think sometimes when I got soot on my face. You know, how long's that been there for? Because people are just so polite, they don't say anything. Oh my, it's amazing. They're too polite. You wish that people would say something. But yeah, and going back to the other thing I was saying about the school holidays, unfortunately not all of us get 32 weeks off a year. Only politicians and politicians and teachers. And I've got nothing against teachers, I think they're doing an amazing job. But it's just like, it's like a 1950s school timetable, which is ridiculous in the 21st century. It needs to be changed. We need to be like America. We need summer camps, affordable ones. I mean, it doesn't matter for me now, but for my grandchildren, I know who are, you know, they're still little and everything, but for them it does matter a lot. You know, they need that now. So I'll just give you a quick look at it, what I've just done. So there you go. Come back a bit, I think. There you go, that's a Aarrow stove. The inspection hatch is just here. Goes all the way up. I'll come back out a little bit so I can see what you're seeing. Anyway, there you go. That's it. Have a great day. Have a lovely weekend from Zachary Sweets.